Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. They're the Argentina, the eighth largest country in the world and the second largest in South America, boast a rich and dynamic history. From its ancient indigenous cultures to its colonial past and turbulent modern era, Argentina's story is one of resilience, conflict, and cultural growth. In this video, we'll explore the detailed history of Argentina, covering its key historical milestones and the profound changes that have shaped its society. Pre-Columbian era, before European colonization, Argentina was inhabited by diverse indigenous groups. The Northwest region, influenced by the Inca Empire, saw the development of advanced agricultural societies like the Diaguita, who excelled in farming and metallurgy. In the central and southern regions, nomadic tribes such as the Mapuche and Tehuelche thrived, relying on hunting and gathering. The indigenous peoples of Argentina demonstrated complex societal structures and cultural richness, as seen in the ruins of Quilmes and other archaeological sites. However, their ways of life were disrupted with the arrival of European explorers. Colonial era 15161810. The Spanish arrived in Argentina in 1516 when Juan Díaz de Solís led an expedition to the Rio de la Plata. However, it wasn't until 1580 that Buenos Aires was permanently established by Juan de Garay. During this time, Argentina became part of the Spanish Viceroyalty of Peru, and later the Viceroyalty of the Rio de la Plata in 1776, with Buenos Aires as its capital. Under colonial rule, the economy was largely agrarian, focusing on cattle ranching and leather exports. However, the region's vast distances and frequent indigenous resistance made Spanish control difficult. The Enlightenment and global shifts in power, coupled with local dissatisfaction, set the stage for Argentina's independence movement. Independence and the birth of Argentina, 1810-1866. The May Revolution of 1810 in Buenos Aires marked the beginning of the struggle for independence, inspired by revolutionary movements across the Americas. Leaders like José de San Martín and Manuel Belgrano played pivotal roles in Argentina's fight against Spanish rule. Independence is formally declared on July 9th, 1816 in Tucumán. However, post-independence Argentina faced internal divisions between Unitarians who sought a centralized government in Buenos Aires and Federalists who advocated for provincial autonomy. These conflicts led to a series of civil wars that defined much of the early 19th century. During this period, figures like Juan Manuel de Rosas emerged as dominant political forces. Rosas, a Federalist, ruled with an iron fist from 1829 to 1852, maintaining order but suppressing opposition. The age of immigration and economic boom, 18661930. The late 19th and early 20th centuries were transformative for Argentina, following the unification of the country under leaders like Bartolomé Mitra and Julio Argentino Roca. The government promoted European immigration to populate and develop the vast pampas. Millions of immigrants, primarily from Italy and Spain, arrived, profoundly shaping Argentina's culture and economy. The expansion of agriculture, particularly wheat and beef exports, fueled an economic boom, making Argentina one of the wealthiest countries in the world by the early 20th century. This era also saw the rise of Buenos Aires as a cosmopolitan hub with the construction of grand avenues, theaters, and institutions. However, wealth disparities and labor unrest began to surface as industrialization advanced. Political turmoil and Peronism, 193-01955. The Great Depression of the 1930s plunged Argentina into economic and political instability. A military coup in 1930 overthrew President Hipólito Yrigoyen, ushering in a period of authoritarian rule. Out of this turbulence rose Juan Domingo Perón, a charismatic leader who gained popularity among the working class. As president from 1946 to 1955, Perón implemented social reforms, improved workers' rights, and expanded industrialization. His wife, Eva Perón, or Evita, became a beloved figure for her advocacy for women and the poor. However, Perón's authoritarian tendencies and conflicts with the Catholic Church and military led to his ousting in 1955. His legacy, known as Peronism, continues to influence Argentine politics. Dictatorships and Deicity, Democracy 1955. 1983. The following decades were marked by political instability with frequent coups and short-lived governments. The darkest period came during the military dictatorship of 1976-1983, known as the Dirty War. Under this regime, thousands of dissidents were tortured, disappeared, or killed in a campaign of state terrorism. The Mothers of the Plaza de Mayo, a group of women searching for their missing children, became a symbol of resistance. Quote, it's from the dictatorship ended after the disastrous Falklands War in 1982, in which Argentina's attempt to reclaim the islands from Britain failed. Public discontent forced the military to cede power, paving the way for democracy. Modern era, 1983, President Raúl Alfonsín sought to address human rights abuses and rebuild the economy. Despite challenges, democracy has endured in Argentina, though political and economic crises have persisted. The 2001 economic collapse led to widespread protests and the resignation of multiple presidents in rapid succession. However, Argentina rebounded under leaders like Nestor Kirchner and his wife, Cristina Fernandez de Kirchner, who focused on social programs and debt restructuring. And, today Argentina remains a nation of contrasts, celebrated for its cultural contributions from tango to literature, and grappling with economic challenges. Its history is a testament to the resilience and creativity of its people. Conclusion. From the ancient cultures of its indigenous peoples to its emergence as a modern democracy, Argentina's history is a tapestry of triumphs and struggles. Its story continues to evolve, offering lessons and inspiration for generations to come. Thank you for joining us on this journey through Argentina's past. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more historical deep dives. Thank you for watching this video.